Tiger fans, what's going on? Join me for a little midweek update as we update the number 3 fighting Tigers at LSU and where things stand. Let's go. What is going on, Tiger fans? Thanks for joining me again here on Louisiana Boot Crew Media. I am Teddy Brennan. We're just going to do a quick little update here about where things stand. Things, feel pretty good right now, obviously being number 3 and 3-0. But there's a lot of question marks and some things that need some answering as we move forward. But, let's just kind of take it as a state of the program. But for now, we're enjoying where we are. But a big 20-10 victory over the Florida Gators. I think the only thing that I would rather have done than beat the Florida Gators was to kick Jabbar Jaluk's ass. Man, that guy needs to get out of coaching, or really need to figure out what his priorities in life. Because you don't slap another player, another parent's kid. That was just unacceptable. It was pretty crazy that he used to coach at LSU. Probably pissed that he doesn't work at LSU anymore, and I guess I would be too. But let's get a little bit more serious. We got some big news on Monday about Garrett Nussmeier. He's had a torso injury since fall camp that resulted in just a little too much labor, a little too big of a workload in terms of throwing the football throughout August. And, that I guess that kind of does make a little sense. The Tigers are a little thin on arms. But at the same time, you'd want to hope that something like that would be avoidable. But look, it is what it is. Here we are. BK says that Nuss is on the other side of this. He's looking a lot better. And so a lot of people, including me, are saying, look, why not sit Nussmeier this week against Southeastern? I mean, no disrespect to Southeastern, but I think it'd be a great opportunity to get Michael Van Buren in the game. See what he's got, because you never know. We could need him at some point. But Brian Kelly is insistent that Nussmeier is going to play. How much he plays, I don't know. But today he said that his workload in practice has gone up tremendously this week. Look, who really knows? I mean, the left hand doesn't know what the right hand is saying. We're going to believe it when we see it. All we can see is our eyes, and there's a reason that Nussmeier is not throwing the football down the field. That's his bread and butter. I mean, he excelled at that last year. And with guys like Chris Hilton coming back, and, the additions of Nick Anderson and Barry Brown, this offense is tailor-made to throw the football down the field. Haven't been doing it. I know it's a little bit of, haven't been able to run the football is great too. So those safeties, they're able to stay up and stay high because they're not respecting the run. They're not respecting Nussmeier running. And, so it's just up to the Tiger offense to change that. They'll have a great opportunity to do that this week. But Ole Miss next week, Oxford, 2:30 ABC. You better be healthy. You better know what you're doing, because Lane Kiffin is going to throw the kitchen sink at us, at the Tigers. And so let's just kind of see where things go. It would be nice to see Nuss take the week off, but if he, plays a quarter, let's hope it's an efficient quarter, in and out, maybe 2 touchdowns, just kind of get in, get out, and see what Michael Van Buren can do. Maybe even Colin Hurley, because you just never know. But I think it just goes to show that maybe some of the reason that we haven't been throwing the football as much the past couple weeks, and obviously all season, is it's a torso injury. And that pass down the left sideline against Louisiana Tech, Nuss makes that 10 out of 10, and he wasn't even close. So we'll see what happens. But, moving forward on the offense, we got to talk about the offensive line and the running game, because if LSU is going to win a championship, win a national championship, they have to be more stout at the point of attack. They've got to run the football. I don't care how you do it. At the end of the game, they had a beautiful little throwback Les Miles formation. They had an extra offensive lineman in there. Jack Pyburn was getting dirty, and then Caden Durham pops it for like 50 plus. We need to see more of that. It doesn't matter how it's done, but for some reason, that zone read out of the shotgun is just not working, particularly if you don't have Jaden Daniels, because the quarterback's never taken it. So, and then the running back is kind of stuck in the mud. They have no momentum. When you get them in an I formation like a Leonard Fournette, you get them downhill, you get that steam, that train rolling. That's what we need. And so you could see that on that last play. I think that's why Brian Kelly was so passionate about it in his press conference. He said, we can run the football. So let's continue to see more of that, because in the Southeastern Conference, even though it has become a big more, it's been over the years, it's become more of a pass-friendly league. At the end of the day, you still have to run the football and you have to stop the run. And I'm going to go to stopping the run, because right now there's not a better defense in college football than the LSU Tigers. I mean, what can you say? Blake Baker, he's making his money times two. Hopefully he's going to be back next year, because he's going to have a lot of job offers. That could be head coaching. That could be DC in the National Football League. But, just deep, talented, rotating consistently 9 on the defensive line, 5 defensive tackles, 4 defensive ends. I mean, Devon Keys comes in when Whit Weeks gets unfairly ejected for targeting. He comes in and has 12 plus tackles. I think he had 15 tackles. I mean, just absolutely special. I mean, he's the third linebacker. You see a little Tylen Singleton, and then Zach Weeks playing a lot of football. And I mean, he may be the best out of all the Weeks brothers. So you got 5 linebackers right there. That's not including Harold Perkins, who is just everywhere. And I mean, if he's not a first-team All-American, then I don't know what a first-team All-American looks like, because he is all over the field. Nobody knows where he's going. Nobody knows what he's going to do. And when he does get there, he's violent. He's physical. He's fast. And I mean, he's so much fun to watch. I mean, obviously, it reminds you a little bit of his freshman, not a lot of his freshman year, but you can tell he's bigger, he's stronger, he's smarter, more experienced. So fun to watch. Let's just take it in while we got it. Wes Weeks, it looks like just a calf strain, not a big deal. Thankfully, it looked pretty bad, maybe Achilles or a torn something in his knee, but probably going to sit out this week. Need him for Ole Miss healthy. And then let's go to the secondary. How can you not talk about the new lockdown duo of DBU and Mansour Delane and DJ Pickett? Mansour Delane has been nothing short of special the first 3 weeks. As our friend Jaden, who just does tremendous work. If you haven't checked out his film reviews on Boot Crew Media, you better get over there, because you're going to learn a hell of a lot. I mean, how can you not just see how good Mansour Delane has been? And it gets repetitive, but at a certain point, what else can you say? But now you add a 5-star like DJ Pickett to the mix. He gets his first career interception, looking great. PJ Woodland making plays. Then you have Ashton Stamps out there. He led the SEC in pass breakups last year. He has barely seen the field at corner. And then you go to safeties. I mean, Tamarcus Cooley, AJ Hulsey both had picks last week. And then Deshaun Spears, technically the third safety. He would be your starting safety at probably 90% of the schools in the FBS. So, I mean, when you put all of this together, when you put the depth, the experience, the talent, just everything that comes together, the coordinator, the defensive backs coach, like a Corey Raymond, what he's done, Kyle Williams, what he's done on the football field as a defensive tackle, winning a national championship, and then 13 years with in the NFL, mostly with the Buffalo Bills. You just can't beat it. And so maybe this is one of those years where the defense rides us to a championship. But if Nuss has truly been injured, hopefully we can see a little more downfield passing that opens up the running game a little bit. And then we start to see more complimentary football. And then I'm going to throw out Grant Chadwick. I mean, he has been spectacular punting the ball, really putting the opposing team in compromising positions. Just special teams has been fantastic, but Grant Chadwick has really been fantastic. Shout out to Damian Ramos as well. We need both of them we know from all of our championship years, we need special teams. And it looks like we got two great specialists, great returners. And so for right now, look, we're nitpicking a little bit, but we're very happy where we are. But at the same time, the Tigers need to take care of business this weekend. They need to stay healthy, and then they need to focus because on next Saturday, the 27th, is going to be a dogfight because Lane Kiffin, just for some reason, he has it out for LSU. And so here we go. Let's see moving forward. I want to see if Brian Kelly is going to continue to say that Nuss is going to play because I think it's a great opportunity for him to rest. But, for right now, Tigers are in good shape, relatively healthy. Not sure the status of Trades Green, but it sounds like he's going to be back soon. Braylon Moore playing last week. He looked great, huge on the offensive line. So, for right now, number 3-0, playing Southeastern, hopefully 4-0. And then we got the Ole Miss Rebels, a rivalry game. You can't ask for much more, but keep it here to Boot Crew Media. We're going to have a little bit more for you as the week moves forward, something on Friday, and then a post-game show on Saturday night. But for now, go Tigers.